Hello everybody, and thanks for joining me again. We're going to have another look at the Cities Skyline Mass Transit DLC, and all I can say here is welcome to Ghost City. They're dropping like flies. I don't know, maybe it's the water, maybe it's the weather, but it's quite hot. But anyway, they'll all be taken care of at some point. There's enough crematoria and burial sites to deal with all of this lot, but obviously it's going to take time. Meanwhile, let's have a look at what we can do with this next transportation DLC issue, and it's regarding ferries. We've already looked at the monorail and it's linked with the bus system, and I want to think about how ferries can make the traffic situation a bit better in this city, because traffic is quite heavy. Obviously it's going from one side of the city to the other, but this is a good example here and here. If we just take a look and see what these zones are, we can see it's mostly residential on this side and a bit of commercial, some offices. But on this side, we've got a very big industrial area close to a residential zone on this side. So anybody who's living over here, who wants to go and work over here, has got to come right across here or across here. That's going to create traffic problems. So I think, first of all, a link between this side and this side would be quite useful. What I'm going to have to do is we'll go and look at the ships. These are the ferry resources. We've got a depot, which is where the ferries are actually maintained and where they come from. And that's got to connect to the first stop at least. These are the stops. There's a ferry stop, there's a ferry pier there. So I can drop that anywhere, but because this is the industrial zone, it's going to be quite noisy. I'm going to put it down here. I'll be able to connect it to that road without any problem, but I'll just drop it there for the time being. I won't worry about the road connection for the minute. And as you can see, there are these two circles. Basically, that's has to connect to the first stop, wherever we put the first stop. So if we go back to this area and we find a ferry stop, do I need a stop? A pier, 70 noise pollution, 50 noise pollution. I'm not going to worry about a canal for the minute, but I just want to get some stops in place just to show you how the ferries work. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to drop this on this side. I'm going to put it down here. I'll be able to connect that to the road, but there's a road here, there's a roundabout there, so there'll be no problem doing that. But I'm going to drop it there for the time being. Again, there are the circles, as you can see, and that simply means that when I connect up to build a route using this tool, that's a pathway, I've got to drop that from there to there. That's the first pass, which means now that ferries will go to the first stop, and when we build our route around the circuit, that's where it will come back. So first one in place. Let's pick up another one, and we've already said we want to come across to this side. Now there's a road there and there's a road there, so if I just put that in the middle, either way that's going to connect to that side of the city. What I need to do now is connect that route from there to there. That's the pathway. I've got to build it back to that location there, and as far as this is concerned, that's the job done, because that's connected to that, so the ferry can get to and fro. It's connected from there to there and back again. All I need to do now is drop a line in place. So I'll start from that point there, build across to that point there, and then come back to that point there. Nice little circular route. When I drop that in place, the transport screen will come up, and what I need to see now is the ferry. That's the first ferry. What this tends to do is actually throw endless numbers of ferries onto the system. I only want one to start with. There's nothing on this, as you can see, yet. He hasn't come to the first stop. He's now at the first stop. You can see him down here. He'll pick up and go across to the next one. Let's just watch this in action. Road's not connected there. Road's not connected there. So passengers can't get there. Let's just stop at that moment in time and we'll connect the road up. Simple two-way road that can go to this location. Nothing posh, and we'll do it two-way, shall we? Just go in there as well. No, maybe not so easy. I've got this in place there. What's that? It's like a tree in a car park. No, I don't want to get rid of those. We'll leave that one in place for the minute. That should be okay on that side. Coming back to this one, this should be fairly simple to connect. I don't want to do anything particularly wonderful with the design. I just want to put the road in place. So essentially, vehicles can get down there. They won't be able to park. There's nowhere to park at the moment. And on this side, we've got to connect up the depot. Don't need anything particularly wonderful when it comes to design, but what I will do is I want to put in, so it can actually come round. I could make a, I would like to make a one-way circuit, but what you'll notice is that this road is two-way and I can't change the direction of that road. If I come down to this tool here, upgrade road, I can upgrade that one and I can upgrade this one when I choose the right road, but I can't do anything with this. That's fixed and that's two-way, so I might just as well leave this two-way. Yeah, I'm going to leave it as two-way for a minute. And we'll come back up and see what's going on with this ferry. He's back over here. Shouldn't be any passengers, I would say, waiting at that point too soon. It's actually put some marker buoys down, as you can see. So when you start putting in numerous pathways, you'll start seeing buoys all over the place. Any pick up yet? No, no passengers yet. Early days. Haven't got a problem with that. But essentially, you've now seen how to put your first ferry route in. Put the depot in place. Put your ferry stops in place. Connect up each of your ferry stops with a pathway. And then once you've put your pathway in place, put your line in. Simple. What you'll need to do at some point is to give some sort of transportation system to these ferry terminals, a bus stop, a metro, anything that gets passengers to that position to actually make them use the ferry rather than the roadway across. When they get from one side to the other, they're going to have to get to their place of work or the office or back home. So you'll need some alternative method of transportation to do that. Well, hopefully you've seen what to do with the ferry system within the Mass Transit DLC. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Well, that's it for now. Have a great day. Catch you later. Bye for now.